Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sydney, and today's video we will be doing the January book tag. So what's up, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me for a little bit. This book tag is created by Jan over at Jan Agaton. Her link is down in the description. Hence the name January book tag, Jan. January. And Jan, please notice that I searched for a half hour. Okay, maybe that's a little dramatic. Maybe 10 minutes to find my Story So Hard crew neck, all right? The one that I bought at Warped Tour way back in the day. But this is the second year I will be doing this book tag, and I think it's brilliant. One, because it has her freaking name in the title, but two, because there wasn't like a beginning of the year book tag that I know of until Jan came around. So we're gonna get right on into the questions. There's 10 of them, and I've written them out and kind of pre-answered them, because I'm not trying to waste your time. You know what I'm saying? Question number one. What is the last and first book that you read last year in 2022? The first book that I read was Keeper of the Night by Kylie Baker. That was a carryover from 2021. I had started it like, I don't know, on the 30th or something, but I know that I finished it on the 1st or the 2nd or the 3rd. I don't remember, but I know that it was my first completed book of 2022. The one after that was Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin, if you want to be super specific and want my answer to be the first book that I started and finished in 2022 for whatever reason. And that one didn't go so well. The last book that I read in 2022, however, was Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. I gave that one 4 stars. The ideas were phenomenal, but I can tell that it was one of his earlier works, which is fine. I still had a great time. And same with Keeper of the Night. I think I gave it a 4. So that's actually kind of cute. I mean, I started out with a 4, ended with a 4. I can't be mad at that. Question number 2 is, what is your first read of this year, 2023? And mine was Piranesi by Susanna Clark. Is it Piranesi, Piranesi, Piranesi? Don't know. The audiobook narrator kept saying Piranesi, so that is now what I have adopted. And it was phenomenal. It's 5 stars. Well, 4.5 if I'm being like true to my heart, but I would rate it a 5 on Goodreads. You know what I'm saying? Question number 3 is share 3 of your reading goals of this year. So right off the bat, I know I want to be more organized. I want to actually keep up with my reading journal and just kind of plan things out a little bit better, because one thing that I struggle with on BookTube and content creation is just that I always feel a little bit frazzled. I always feel like the ideas that I have, I don't have enough time to complete them. So my goal is to become more organized and kind of plan ahead and get things together, I guess, before I actually need them to happen, if that makes sense. You know, like plan TBRs for certain videos and acquire said titles from the library or in my personal library so that I actually like can set myself up for success with ideas that I want to execute. Another goal is letting myself binge read a series or mood read whenever the heck I feel like it. I'm over restricting myself from happiness. If I want to read a series, I'm gonna read a series. If I want to mood read a book, I'm gonna mood read the heck out of that book. And apparently I only wrote down 2 goals and the question is 3. So I have a whole video talking about my 2023 life and reading goals actually. So I'll link that down in the description. I actually really liked that video. I talk about in detail of how my goals went last year and what I plan to do in this year. So it's down below. Hi, Avi. Hi. She doesn't want to take a thumbnail with me, and that's fine. I'm respecting her privacy. Question number 4 is share 3 of your most anticipated titles. Hellbent. Hello. That one came out yesterday, I think. So excited to pick it up. It's the sequel to Ninth House, in case you live under a rock and didn't know that, and that's okay, but now you know. Another one I'm excited about is The London Seance Society by Sarah Penner, and this one is the author that wrote The Lost Apothecary. I really liked that one. I'm excited to pick this up, and plus this is a pick for Jan's book club, actually. This is a perfect plug. She runs a book club called the Full Moon Book Club, and I am the guest host for this book, The London Seance Society. I don't know what month. You're gonna have to go check out her announcement video, but I'll link that down below too. Another one, hello, is Bookshops and Bone Dust, which is a book in the realm of legends and lattes. It's happening, and I am so excited about it. What was that? I sounded like a freaking Disney character. Put me out. Another one I'm excited about is Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. I will literally devour anything this woman writes. Are we taking a thumbnail? Okay, question number 5 is what goals did you reach / not reach last year? I did get my 75 book good read goal done. I think I read 77 books, which phenomenal. Good job, Sydney. Another goal that I didn't necessarily like listen to myself on that I think I made last year is like allowing myself to mood read and binge read series a little bit more. I don't think I did that this past year at all. I just started. Oh, you know what I did? I think my goal was to like finish series. I definitely didn't do that this year. I just continued to start new ones. ones. So that is a goal that I'm carrying over, is that I actually want to finish out some series. And I'm doing a great job already, because this month already in January, I'm finishing the David Bed trilogy, which, you know, good for me. I'm doing the most. Off to a good start. Question number 6 is, are there any 2023 releases you've heard of that you have no desire to read? My answer that I wrote down is probably, but no idea, to be honest. That's my answer. Question number 7 is, what are some reading habits you want to change this year, if any? Again, the letting myself mood read, you know, just being kinder to myself, letting myself just look at reading as fun and not as something that I have to do. You know what I'm saying? So that, in addition to just making better routines for myself, Caleb and I are trying to incorporate like nightly and morning routines involving exercising and just no screen time. And that kind of goes into the same vein as I want to kind of cultivate like a reading routine. I feel like I kind of have one right now, but I also feel like I could be reading more or being a little bit more productive. I need to get this thing out of my freaking vicinity. That's what I need to do. Did I even answer that question? What did I even say? Reading habits that I want to change this year. Yeah, just making better reading routines that tie into the healthy routines that Caleb and I are creating. Yes, I did it. Okay, moving on. Question number 8 is, are there any adaptations you're excited about? I originally wrote down no idea, because I don't really pay attention to these things, but I decided to look it up, and the next season of Shadow and Bone on Netflix comes out, which I am obviously so excited about. The first season was phenomenal. Can't wait for the next one. Apparently The Three-Body Problem by Shijin Liu is being adapted onto Netflix. That's Caleb's favorite sci-fi series, and I should probably read it this year so that we can watch it, because he will lose his shit when I tell him that this is being adapted. Another one is Cabin at the End of the World is being adapted into Knock at the Cabin by Paul Tremblay. I'd watch it. First, I want to read it. Then there is an adaptation coming from one of Agatha Christie's books, Halloween Party, and it's being adapted into Haunting in Venice, which the little review that I read about the adaptation sounds like it's going to be great. And then there's Daisy Jones at the Six. All right, I don't know when this comes out, but very excited about that as well. For the most part, honestly, I'm not a huge fan of like, I don't know, I might get canceled for this. I'm not a huge fan of like musicals. Oh, but let me say that there is a distinct difference in like theater musicals like Hamilton, and then there's TV shows or movies that have like musical numbers. I'm not a fan of like musical numbers, I guess. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference, and I don't like the musicals tied in with a movie. I don't know. I just think they're cheesy, and I'm not a fan. Most times I'm not a fan. And I'm worried that I'm not gonna like that aspect of Daisy Jones, because I know that they literally wrote music for it, which is awesome, you know, very cool. I just hope that I don't hate that. All right, but question number 9 is favorite bookish memory of last year. God, I'm not even kidding when I tell you that the whole of 2022 was such a freaking blur. I'm sure that there are more memories that I just can't even fucking remember, but having some of my bookish friends come to my wedding was pretty cool. It was very cool to have Daryan, Casey, and Jan all come to my wedding. And the fact that they brought books for us all to take pictures with, like, they're mine. But it was really cute. It was really fun. Question number 10 is, are there any carryovers from last year that you still plan on finishing? And no, anything that I didn't finish in 2022, I'm gonna leave in 2022. At least off the top of my head, I couldn't think of anything that I didn't finish or DNF'd that I had any plans to pick up again. So my mostly confident answer is no. And then at the end, I am to tag some people. I know that Jan tagged some people. I don't know who she tagged. So if you've already been tagged to do this tag, now you really have to do it. But let's do Daryan, Lisa, and Casey, the roomies, Steph, and Noelle. Y'all are always my go-tos, and I'm not sorry. I love you. Okay, that's it. Very quick video, very quick tag. If I didn't tag you and you want to do it, please just do it. And if you need permission, I also am tagging you right now. Sounds great. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me for a little bit. If you are still watching, then leave the rock and roll emoji down below in the comments. And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. I always appreciate your support. And of course, be kind to one another and happy reading. Bye.